Hello everyone, today we are starting with our SI and CI one-liners. So the first question is on your screen, you may solve it out. So for solving it out, first let's see. Over here you can see that Ram borrows. Borrows over here is referred to principal. Principal will be rupees 520. Okay, then you can see at simple interest 13% per annum. So you can see that rate is given as 13% and we have to find for 6 months. So time will be 6 months and you have to find amount. So you know amount formula is principal plus SI. So over here you can see that SI is not given. So first let's find SI. So you know the formula for SI is P principal into rate into time upon 100. So let's put the value. Principal over here is 520 and rate over here is given as 13% and time is given as 6 months. So if we have to convert it to years, so it will become 6 upon 12. So it will become 1 upon 2 years. 1 upon 2 years. So over here you can write 1 upon 2. So you can solve it out. So after solving it out, you will get the value as this rupees 33. So you will get the value as rupees 33.80. So you have to find amount over here. So amount you can find is principal plus SI. Principal is given as 520 and SI over here is given as 33.80. So when you will solve it out, you will get the value as, so after calculating it out, you will get this value. So amount will become rupees this much. So the next question is on your screen, you may solve it out. So now let's solve it. So first let's see the values. Over here rupees 1000 is principal and you can see that rate is given as 5% and time over here is given as 10 years. Now let's find SI over here first. So SI will be this. So 1000 into 5 into 10 upon 100. So we get SI as 500. So now you can see that we have to add interest to principal after every 10 years. So now let's find new principal will be, we have to add interest and principal. So old principal was given as 1000 plus SI over here is given as 500. So you will get rupees 1500. So now we have to find that after how many years will amount be rupees 2000. So now you know formula for time equals to SI into 100 upon principal into rate. So now let's solve it. SI over here is given as 500 into 100. Principal is given as 1500 and time is and rate is given as 5. So you can solve it out. So you will get the value as, you can cancel this also, 20 upon 3 years. So if you will convert it, you will get like this. The next question is on your screen, you may solve it out. So for solving this out, so let's take the value of principal as rupees X and SI also as rupees X. And you can see the time is given as 7 years. And now for finding rate, you know the formula is 100 into SI upon principal into time. So you can add 100 into X upon X into 7 years. So you will get the value as 100 upon 7 years. Sorry, it will become percentage because you have to find rate. So now for finding the time. So you know the formula for finding the time. It's 100 into SI upon principal into rate. So now first let's find the value of principal and SI over here. So you can see that it has to become 4 times. So over here SI will become 3x Why 3x? Because you know that amount we have to take as 4x. So you know that amount's formula is principal plus SI. So if you will take x plus 3x, then it will become 4x. So we have taken SI as 3x and principal will remain the same as x, and rate we have already found it is 100 upon 7 percentage. So now let's find time. So it will become 100 into 3x upon x into 100. So over here you can take 7. So when you will solve it out, you will get the value as 21 years. So the next question is on your screen. You may solve it out. So now let's solve this question. So before solving this question, first let's find what we have to find in this question. So you can see that the equation will become as CI of 2 years minus CI of half year equals to 960. So this is the equation in this question. So you can see that this 960 is more than the interest payable in half yearly and for 2 years. So this is the equation. So now let's solve it. Okay. So first let's find CI for 2 years. So you can see that CI formula is principal bracket 1 plus R upon 100 time minus 1. So now let's solve it. 1 plus, you can see that R over here is 18%, 18 upon 100 and time is 2 years. So now so it will become x into 118 upon 100 over 2 minus 1. So you'll get x 1.18 square minus 1. So when you solve, you will get the value as 0.3924x. Now CI for half year. So now let's see in this question. Now let's find CI for half yearly. So you can see that principal will remain same as x and R will become half of 18%. So it will become 9% and time will become double. So it will become 4 years because you have been given 2 years. Okay. So now let's solve it. So you will get like this, x into 1 plus 100 to the power 4 minus 1. So you will get like this, 100 to the power 4 minus 1. So you will get rupees 0. After solving it out, you will get like this. Okay. So then you have to subtract it. So you have been given the equation. So the equation will become like this. Equals to 960. So when you will solve it out, you will get like this, 50,000. So you can see that it is for 2 years and it is for half year. So when you will subtract it, you will get this much, 960. So when you will solve, you will get this much value. So for all those who have not understood how to solve it out, let me explain you. So you will solve like this. From here I am solving this out. So you will solve like this. So when you will multiply it, you will get the value as 1.3924 minus 1. So when you will solve, you will get value as, so you will get okay. So now let's for solving this part. So you can solve like this. From here I am solving it out. Okay. So x 109 upon 100 to the power 4 minus 1. Okay. So now let's solve it. 109 into 109 into 109 to 109 upon 100 into 100 into 100. Because 4 times. Okay. So 4 times minus 1. So when you will solve this out, you will get the value as upon, you can see how much zeros are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And minus 1. So x into 1.411. Over here you can see, over here it is more than 5. So we have to convert it. It will become 6. Okay. So you can write 1.116 6x minus 1. So we'll get this value. So you can see this value, and over here you can see this value. Now let's see for solving this value. Okay, so first let's subtract this. When you will subtract it, you will get this value, x equals to 960. So now we have to find the value of x. So it will come 960 upon, you have to take this. Over here you can see it is multiplication. So when it will come this side, it will become dividing. So how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So x is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upon 192. So when you will cancel it out, you will get this much. The next question is on your screen. You must solve it out. So for solving it out, first let's see the value. Over here you can see a sum of. So this will become principal and becomes this much. So this will become amount. Over here you can see the amount is this much and time over here is 2 years. So you know amount formula is principal plus into 1 plus r upon 100 to the time. Okay. So now let's solve it. Principal over here is given as 1200 and amount value is given as this much. And 1 plus r we have to find, and time over here is given as 2 years. So now let's solve it. This is over here multiplication, so it will come division over here. And this will become like this. So you can see over here 1, 2, 1, 2 over here. So now you can solve it. So when you will cancel it out, you will get the value like this, 11236 upon 1000. Okay. So you can write this value like this, 106 upon 100 to the power 2. So you will get like this. So now you can see that this and this power will be cancelled out. So you can see you will get like this. You can write this also as like this. So 100 over here, if you will get like this, so it will become 106. So you can write 1 plus r upon 100. If you are wondering how I can write like this, so you can see that if you will write like this, if you will take whole value like this, so it will become 100 plus 6. So you will get this. So equals to 1 plus r upon 100. So you can see over here that in place of r what is given? 6. So you can see that rate is 6%. The next question is on your screen. You must solve it out. Now let's solve it. So you can see that rate over here is given as 5% and time over here is given as 2 years. We have to find principal. So let's take principal as rupees P. And you can see that difference between SI and CI is given as 63. So you can see the equation will become like this, equals to this much. So the formula for CI is P 1 plus R upon 100 time minus 1. And for SI it is P into R upon time into 100 equals to 63. So now let's put the value 1 plus 5 upon 100 to the power 2 minus 1 minus P is given as P and R over here is given as 5%, 2 upon 100 equals to this much. So P into 105 upon 100 minus, so 10 upon 100, P equals to 63. So you can solve, if you will solve this part, then you will get like this value upon 1, 2, 3, 4 minus 10p upon 100 equals to 63. So you will solve like this. Over here you can see if you have written p over here, so this p has been multiplied over here, so this p will be cancelled out. Okay, so when you will solve it out, you will get like this value upon 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 63. So if you will minus, you will get 25p upon, and like this for finding p value, so it will become like this. This will go over here, So it will become like this. So P value will come this much. So you can see principal is this much. Hope so the video was helpful. Thank you so much.